Today I'm taking with the WAVLINK Rapid H4 4-bay hard drive enclosure. So we've got our power supply as a standard barrel connector. That inputs 100 to 240 volts, so it's good for international or domestic, and it outputs 7 amps at 12 volts. We got the power cable for it. We have our data cable, it's USB-A to USB-C, and we have a USB-C to USB-C. We got our quick start guide, we got a mini screwdriver, and we got our mounting hardware. So there is the enclosure. We got a lot of ventilation. We do have active cooling on the back. We got these fancy little carrying handles, and we do have rubber feet on the bottom. Looks like this is going to be to hold our drives in place. On the back we have HDMI, so we can actually use this to output video to another monitor. Our PC port, we got a USB-C port, so we can actually use this to daisy chain from one dock to another. We got our on-off switch for the entire thing. We got our power port, and we have on-off switches for the individual drives. So if you just want to use the first two drives, we can turn these two off. Very nice that they gave that as an option. And it looks like we also have indicators on the top to let us know the status. So it came with one screw installed. And now I can take the entire thing out. So here is the meat of the enclosure. Looks like this one is screwed in, this one is not, so we can just take that guy off. And we can see our 4 SATA ports there in the back. Now you can put in all 4 screws for each hard drive. That will make it more stable. If I was going to make this a permanent install, then that's what I would do. Just for testing, I'm using 2 screws per hard drive. If you have a solid state drive, that will work, but there isn't really a way to attach it. There isn't any way to screw that into this plate. Now this does not come with it, but this does allow you to attach solid state drives. So it is just an adapter to turn our solid state drive into a 3.5 inch form factor. Then we can take this and we can drop it onto the SATA port just like a standard mechanical drive. So we got our 4 drives loaded up, feed that in, and bolt it back in place. So I'm going to plug that into my laptop, give it power, turn it on. Okay, so we got a couple of lights on here. So that says power and hard drive 3, so apparently I had my hard drive 3 already turned on. Let's go ahead and see if that shows up. Definitely hear it, so that is a full mechanical disk, and there we go. So that did pull up right away as soon as I did read the hard drive. So let's go ahead and turn on our remaining drives. So we do have 4 lights on now, and we can see they are flashing to let us know that they are reading. D&E pulled up right away, so that is our solid state, and then our last mechanical just pulled up. And it is reading those files. Now I'm curious if I shut this off. Yes, that does shut off the entire thing. Okay, let's turn it back on with all the drives. And it is rereading everything. There we go. There's our 4th drive. And let's do a speed test. So I'm going to do drive D. That is my solid state drive. Okay, so for sequential 1x8 process 1 thread, we got 386 on the read and 420 on the write. For the sequential 1x1 process 1 thread, we got 377, 401. For the random 4K 32 process 1 thread, we got 26 and 31. And for the random 4K1 process 1 thread, we got 25 and 26. So not the best numbers in the world, but this is about what I would expect to see out of a SATA interface. And because this uses Thunderbolt, we do have pass-through, so I'm going to connect the HDMI. And that should give me a screen up here. There we go. So now I can drag Windows up there. I can watch videos here, do my work here. I'm basically using this as a full-on dock. So overall, that is a very nice tool.